Hey guys, how are you all doing? I hope you're doing fantastic and I hope you're having a great Friday. Luna is not here again. I really like doing my videos here. I know in my last video I said I wasn't going to do videos here anymore because it was flipping me out, but here I am. You can't see it, but I put some towels over the door. That way I know nobody's looking in here and seeing what the hell I'm doing and just staring at me, you know? Anyway, I finally finished Stranger Things, and that's what I want to talk about today. So, if you did not like Stranger Things, or you haven't seen it yet and you don't want me to spoil it for you, then get the fuck off this video. I just want to start off by saying I absolutely loved Stranger Things. And other than the fact that Stranger Things is just a really awesome show and all the characters were awesome, it's based in the 80s and they really dove into the 80s with this. Like, I mean, they have awesome 80s music going on. They're dropping Star Wars shit, you know, talking about Elle being like Yoda, Elle lifting up the Millennium Falcon. There's a part where there's like an Evil Dead poster. There's a The Thing poster. There's just a lot of things going on where they just kind of remind you that this is the 80s that's going on. And I love that. But yeah, not just that, like it actually reminded me of two great 80s movies. To me, in my opinion, Stranger Things is the birth child of E.T. and Poltergeist. You take those two and you get Stranger Things. If you've seen both movies, I want to say you would probably be like, oh fuck, yeah, he's right. Or you've already thought that. I mean, even E.T. starts off with kids in a basement playing D&D. Well, kind of. You had to get permission or something, and I don't think they got permission, or maybe they didn't try because they didn't want to pay out any money. But they apparently were wanting to do D&D, but couldn't for some reason, or didn't for some reason. And so they just like did some D&D stuff, but also added other things to make it look like, oh, this isn't like D&D here. This is something just similar to D&D. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's like E.T., Poltergeist met up and they're like, and they had a baby, and that baby was fucking dope, and then they named it Stranger Things. That's what happened. Pretty much. But yeah, anyway, I'm sorry. I got a little off there. Yeah. If you've seen E.T., you know exactly what I'm talking about. For those of you that may have not, for some reason, seen Poltergeist, the girl in Poltergeist comes up missing. They're like, where the hell is she? Turns out she's, like, there, but she's not there. She's there, but she's in a alternate reality or dimension, whatever you want to call it. And that's exactly what's going on in Stranger Things. And in Stranger Things, the boy talks to his mom through lights. Poltergeist, the girl talks to her mom through a television when it's got white noise going on. And in both cases, they can't talk for too long because at some point they got to take off running because whatever is there with them starts chasing them. You know, not only to me is it basically E.T., Poltergeist made a baby and called it Stranger Things, but also like with the font. The font I thought was awesome. It's kind of like Stephen King's style, like for his books back in the day, and it is kind of like that. It kind of reminds me more of The Puppet Master, the font design that they had for their movies. And Poltergeist. You take those, do that, you get the Stranger Thing fonts. I know this little things like this doesn't matter to most people, but I am a stickler for detail, and so like even the font to me is like a big cool fucking thing, because to me, like if you make like a cool musical album or something but the artwork is fucking shitty and trash and you don't have a good name, then I don't fucking really care too much. Like you gotta have the whole thing. You gotta have the name, you gotta have the look, you gotta have the fucking style, the charisma, the attitude, the everything. That's why I like Stranger Things. It just seems like, you know, they had great music, they had a great score, they had great font design, good advertising, great show. They had everything. And also, speaking of the music, the theme song, that I want to be like, oh, it's kind of like this and kind of like that now, and came out a baby. But the theme song, as much as I love it, the theme song for Stranger Things is damn near totally fucking ripped off. There is a guy, Cliff Martinez, did the score for the movie Only God Forgives, Could be wrong, but I think it's called Do You Want to Fight? I will put a link in the description because I can't play this stuff on here or else my video will get removed. Seriously, go check it out. Just take like 1 minute out of your day and go check it out because it's ridiculous. And to me, it's like slightly annoying because this Survive band who came up with the theme song for Stranger Things, it's just like getting like roses and teddy bears and shit thrown at them, and everyone's like, I want to own the soundtrack. And it's like, I don't think they came up with this on their own. Like, go listen to Cliff Martinez's song for Only God Forgives and then get back to me. So yeah, I don't know. I just love this show. You get it. You know, I loved it. I don't want to talk about every little episode. I'm going to talk specifically about the last episode. And mainly, I guess I'm wanting to talk like the last 20 minutes. Starting off with when Mike is sitting there talking to Elle, and he's just all like, yeah, I mean, when this is all said and done, you can come live in my house, and my mom, you know, she'll take care of you, and you even get a bed instead of sleeping where you sleep, and then she'll be like your mom, and like, you know, my sister, she'll be like your new sister. And then Elle's like, and you'll be like my brother? And he's like, no way. And she's like, why? And he's like, I don't know. And she's like, friends don't lie. And he's just all like, oh, well, you know, I mean, I was thinking about, you know, snowball dance and everything. And she's like, snowball dance? And he's like, yeah, but I mean, you know, fuck it. Oh, Mike! Oh, these two are in love. These two are in love with each other, and I love the two of them. This is awesome. And I loved that part. I don't know, Mike's cool. He was a cool-ass kid in this show. And then he finally got that courage and laid it on her. Elle for love. Elle for love. When Elle had to give her fucking life to kill this alien motherfucker, I hated that. I really did not like that. So I'm hoping in season 2, some way, somehow, Eleven comes back and it's all good again and they're going on some other fucking journey, doing some shit. I don't know. But I hope 11 comes back in season 2 or else I'm gonna be fucking bummed. And then I want to say from that point, it went to the sheriff and Will's mom finding Will, and the sheriff is sitting there giving Will CPR and shit, just all like, come here. Come here. First off, that was like one of my favorite scenes of the entire show, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't think that kid's gonna wake up. Like, he was getting at it, and I was like, no, he's dead. Like, you done broke his chest bones and caved into his heart, like he's gone. So yeah, that scene there I loved because he's sitting there, they find Will, they're trying to get him back to life, and it's flashing back to like his daughter when she was dying and they were trying to save her and it wasn't happening. And that kind of brought the sheriff's story full circle, in my opinion, because it made me understand why he was the way he was at the beginning. Like, who wouldn't be like that if they had this great life, a wife, a child, and then all of a sudden your child fucking is dying at an insanely young age. I don't remember if it said ever in the show, but he isn't with his wife, I don't think, anymore throughout the show. I don't remember what happened there. Anyway, when he's sitting there beating on his, you know, you can just tell that more than anything, he just has devoted his life to finding Will, and that he's not going to stop until he's breathing again. I'm not going to lie to you, I started crying during that part because it brought the sheriff's life to meaning. Like, he had lost everything that made sense to him in his life. What's worth living for at this point for him? He couldn't save his daughter, so he wasn't not going to not save Will, if that makes sense. I don't know how to say it. He saved Will's life, but I feel like, in a sense, Will kind of saved his life in that moment. Also, one little thing I kind of fucking really hated is that douchebag Steve throughout this whole show. The dude was just one of those fucking, my parents are rich, they bought me a BMW, I wear the coolest ass clothes and all this and that. Like, he was a total douchebag. That's why his name was Steve, not Steven. If he was cool, he would have been Steven, but he was a douchebag character, so they were like, we gotta call him Steve. We have to call him Steve. Fuck. I cannot fucking believe Mike's sister has this crazy experience and this connection with Will's brother, and then right at the end of it, she gives Will's brother a present, a kiss on the cheek, and then goes and sits down and has Christmas with fucking Steve. I would have loved it more if Steve wasn't in the picture at the end. You know, it should have been more like, hey, thanks for the help, Steve. It was good getting to know you and all, but me and Will's brother, we're gonna, you know, I like him. You know, it should have been like that. But for some fucking stupid reason, she's back with Steve at the end. I hated that. You know, Steve's like little smug ass, oh, my parents are rich, sitting there on the couch like, nah, did you give it to him? Fuck you, Steve. And then the ending, I fucking hated more than I hated her getting back with Steve. I do not like movies or shows that end the way the Stranger Things ended. Thank God there's going to be a season 2. Because there's a season 2, the ending is okay. If there would have not been a season 2, I would have been pissed. Like I said, I'm just not a fan. I just really fucking hated that it's all normal. Fucking Will's sitting there with his brother and his mom, and she's like, you know, here's the food. And Will's all like, blah, 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 something, something Atari. And his mom's like, oh, whatty? And then Will's like, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. And he goes in there, fucking hawks up a leech. And then there's like this flicker, and it goes back to the upside down reality, and then back to normal. And I'm just like, I hate how they were like, this big fucking massive dramatic bullshit finally comes to the conclusion of they save Will. You know, it's all hunky-dory, it's all great, here's the Christmas present, everyone's smiling and happy, here's some meatloaf, I might get you Atari for Christmas. And then Will spits up a leech, and it's all like, is it really okay? I can't stand fucking endings like that. Fuck, man. Just give me the fucking happy ending and screw the alternate reality bullshit. So, yeah, I fucking hated how it ended. Like I said, thank God there's a season 2. I hope they make more sense of it, and I hope it's not like stupid. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you are not a subscriber, please subscribe. I'll put a little subscribe button up here somewhere, and you click on it and you'll be subscribed to me, and I'll be grateful for all eternity. Give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of Stranger Things. Let me know if you agree with me that it was basically E.T. and Poltergeist put together. Let me know if you agree with me about the font being Poltergeist and Puppet Master. Actually go listen to Cliff Martinez's song from Only God Forgives. And yeah, if you really enjoyed this video, share it with your friends. Anyway, from me to Luna, who you cannot see, to you, bye.